Welcome back. You're watching Newsx. I'm Rishabh Gulati, and we've all put this telecast together, and we're going to stay live through it because in about a couple of hours from now, we're expecting Prime Minister Modi to come out and speak to the country, address the nation. Now, the biggest, of course, question I'm sure all of you have, all of us have, what's it going to be about? Now, a Prime Minister's address is something that is going to inform the country about something that is of relevance. That's obvious. What's it exactly going to be? Trust me, only 2-3 people in the country right now know, and everybody else is speculating. So let me reduce some of the idle speculation that is going on, which is very strange to witness because I don't know where this germ originated from. A lot of people are suggesting, is Prime Minister Modi is coming to address the country? Is there going to be a 500 rupee note is going to disappear and all that? Ladies and gentlemen, this is all idle speculation. I really don't understand where this is coming from. There is nothing to indicate, no policy measure to indicate at this point of time that the executive branch of the country is going to take any measures other than let the administrative branch, which is the RBI, do what it feels fit in terms of currency supply management. So, if your point blank question is, are we expecting that very shortly the 500 rupee note is going to be out of circulation? The answer is no. So, I want to, cull that from our system. What steps are taken at what appropriate time for what is open to question in the future. But are we expecting some sort of something dramatic like that to take place? The answer is there is nothing, no circular, no notification, no instructions to the RBI or to the banks that anybody is aware of indicating that thing. Now, you can say, oh, well, 10 years ago, nobody was aware of it either. Also, yeah, but this time one can say with a great degree of confidence, this is not what it is expected to be about. So, what is it expected to be about? If you were to ask me, and the best information that we can gather is that the Prime Minister is going to address the country and he might mention other things, but the primary effort is going to be on one of the most significant financial reforms. It's almost been underplayed, even though the impact is immediate and palpable, which is GST rationalization and cuts. In a few hours from now, the prices of 375 items in this country, many of them consumer durables, the stuff that you need to buy to run your house, are going to become substantively cheaper. This has immense ramifications for our economy, perhaps even positive ramifications for our tax collections, because you want to be in the ideal spot that you have lower taxes but increased tax collections. We are getting into that virtuous circle, the Goldilocks zone, and pray be it that this is where we remain for the next several years, that the government keeps rationalizing taxes and lowering them, but the consumption patterns then increase, the amount of GDP output increases, which means that the monies coming into the exchequer, which are meant for infrastructure and social welfare, continue rising year to year. This would be the happiest economic place that you can be in. The GDP is doing well, greater than 7% growth, despite all the tariff considerations and this and that. Our inflation is under control. It's averaged less than 5% for the past 10 years. So, these are all happy macroeconomic circumstances, fingers crossed, and this GST push in the upcoming festival season, from cars to TVs to fridges to items that you and buy, is going to make a massive difference. Let me open up this conversation. My colleague Megha is also standing by, and she's going to help us take us through some of the products as a reminder to you of what we are expecting as we build up to listen to the Prime Minister very, very shortly. So, Megha, take us through the items, then we'll open this up to our guests.
Right, absolutely. Over 300 items that are going to be hugely impacted. I have some of them listed out for my viewers. What gets cheaper? Well, butter was up until now, the rate on it was 12%. It is going to reduce tomorrow onwards at 5%. Ghee at 12%, again reduced. The GST rate has been, the GST on it has been reduced to 5. Processed food 12 to 18% is going to be reduced to 5% come tomorrow. Packaged almonds again 12% to 5%. Let's take a look at the other set of these items, the FMCG products, of course, and talking about auto, which is also going to be hugely impacted. The benefits are going to be handed over to the consumer. Here we take a look at small cars. Earlier, the GST on small cars was 28%, reduced to 18%. Consumer durables at 28%, reduced to 18% as well. Soap at 12%, now reduced substantially to 5%. All right. Having taken a look at the consumer durables, in fact, taking a look at more of these FMCG products, fruit juice reduces from 12 to 5%, ready-to-eat vegetable preparations 12% to 5%, processed fruits also reduced from 12% to 5%. So this is going to impact the monthly budget of the people in our country. Pickles and chutneys from 12% to 5%, jams and jellies 28% to 18%, packaged coconut water also reduces from 12% to 5%. In fact, stationery items have also been impacted. So there is zero GST now that has been levied on stationery items. Footwear also reduced this is of course taking a look at the middle class market, up to 25%. Footwear that used to cost you 12% more is going to reduce to 5%. Hotel stays also get reduced from 12% to 5%. Of course, affordability kept in mind. Hotels that are you book your room, which is up to 7,500 rupees per day, gets reduced to 5% from 12%. Gym memberships reduced from 18 to 5%. Tractors and farm machinery again from 18% to 5%. So that is going to be a huge benefit for the farmer community in our country.